Hey everybody, my name is Wayne Walker. I'm from Watershed Bases, and in this video I'd like to talk about when you really decide that this is may be something that you want to do. You got to have a plan. It's almost like construction. You get a set of drawings and you go out and build something. That's what I'm used to because I'm a carpenter. But when I started doing this, I actually did like a full-scale layout. I think it was Warrior Bases. They had like a full-scale layout on one of their videos, and it was kind of cool because what you're going to do is you're going to use that as your template, right? Because you're going to have to make basically templates of your body, templates of your neck. And what you can do is if you do like a full-scale layout, you can cut your pieces and make sure that they work within the parameters of what you got, what your ultimate goal is, what you want your base to look like, what your neck's going to look like, and all that kind of stuff. So it's really important that you're not just going to start building something without like kind of dialing it all in. Work it out on paper first. That way you're not making a bunch of mistakes. So let me, I'm using this camera. Let me kind of just show you guys what I did. And I apologize for all the moving around. So basically, and it's going to be really hard to see, this is the full-scale layout that I did. It's basically, it goes as whole papers, and let me show you guys. There's the headstock, and if you follow it down, it gets down to the body. And so this is what I used for what I did. If you guys notice, there's some center lines on there in red. Basically, what you want to do is you kind of want to work with center lines, whether it's your body or you're going up all the way through your headstock, because then you can kind of center all thing. Basically, for a 5-string bass, that's going to be your A string, right? And this way you can get a working drawing, because at some point what you're going to do is you're going to transfer everything over to a template. So if we go look over here, these are the templates that I made using that type of that drawing, because what I could do is I could trace these out on a piece of particle board. And then basically what I did is I just used those pieces of paper, and then I laid out these templates for my build. This is the neck. This is the back of the guitar. You can see where the cavity is and the battery compartment's going to be, right? And then you get over here. Now this one here, this is for a PJ5. Now obviously not every bass that I'm going to build is going to be a PJ5. But the thing is you could, cut these in, or you could just have one that's just dedicated to whatever kind of pickups you want, right? And this is just a good starting point, because now what you're going to do, you're going to end up tracing, you're going to use these patterns or these templates to trace out some wood. So if you guys take a look over here, move this stuff out of the way. So these are a couple of bodies that I've glued together. But what I did is I used my template to lay them out. Now if you guys notice, again, there's the red lines. There's my center marks, right? I'm working everything off of center. And also, if you guys notice that I didn't cut exactly where my lines are, I went a little bit outside my lines, because what I'm going to do later is I'm going to take my router table and I'm going to put a router on here with the template on top, and then I'll router out my body to the template. And that's why we want to make sure that we're making good templates, and that's why you want to make sure that you're using a full-scale layout. And I think, to me, if you do this, your build's going to go a lot better. Now for my build, I ended up using my Carvin, or actually my Kiesel bass. It's a JB5. I used the body and the neck. But what I did is, I'm not a huge fan of the Kiesel headstock. So what I did is I took my Lakeland headstock and kind of worked it in relationship to the Kiesel neck. The problem is like with the Lakeland basses are 35-inch scales and the Kiesels are 34-inch scales. So I just used that body template. I basically took the bass apart, traced the body, put the neck on there, traced the neck, and then I just took the Lakeland neck, and where my nut is, I just made sure that my Lakeland neck would work on, or my Lakeland headstock would work in that. Okay. So that's kind of what I did. So that's what I would suggest to you guys. That's really the first thing that you guys want to do is, trace out something, make a working drawing, something that you have that can last, I mean, once you get your templates done, it's a done deal. You know, that's what you're ultimately shooting for. You're trying to get templates. That's the hardest part, is getting that, because everything else is based off that. Once I have my templates done, I'm good to go. I can just build bases all day. I can cut bodies all day long and just put that template on top, go around with my router, and it's all good. All right. So hopefully this helps out. I mean, that's what I did. I saw it on a couple of other guys' stuff. Again, if this is helpful, I hope it is. But, you know, always plan out. The best plan is a plan, right? And this way you're not going to make a bunch of mistakes. You can make the mistakes on paper where you got an eraser. It's really hard fixing mistakes when you get into this section of the build. So I just really encourage you guys to draw it out. Okay. Hopefully this helps. If you like it, you can hit the thumbs up button or whatever. And I really appreciate you guys. And the next time, what we'll talk about is basically what I'll show you guys all the tools that I had to get just to build the bass guitar. All right? I'll talk to you guys later. Thank you.